Hey everyone, Scott here to discuss Paddington, starring the voice of Ben Whishaw as the voice of Paddington in the bear mode, and the human version of the movie is Nicole Kidman, Michael Gambon, Sally Hawkins, Julie Walters, Hugh Bonneville, Peter Capaldi, and Jim Broadbent, and directed by Paul King. Now, before I get into this review, I just want to say something. Before I heard about how good this movie was, I saw the trailers, and it honestly feels like, and I usually watch these kind of movies, like those silly looking, I don't know, like family films that have live action and CGI, and they don't turn out as great. But let's get into this, and I'll talk about it a little more. We open the movie in the darkest Peru, and an explorer named Montgomery Clyde from London, England, and his life is saved by a bear when he was almost killed by a deadly scorpion. And I really like that little documentary, even though I'm not a big fan of documentaries in general. Paddington Bear, voiced by Ben Whishaw, who I've seen in the later Daniel Craig James Bond movies, and I like this actor as the voice of Paddington Bear. And I love the CGI of Paddington. Instead of looking like a cartoon, he looked like a real bear. This is some great CGI they put in this movie. He just looks adorable. Paddington gets to London after his home is destroyed. As he gets to London, nobody helps the poor bear out. And he tries to eat a sandwich, and some pigeons almost eat it. And he runs into the Brown family. And I love the way Mr. Brown says Paddington's bear name. And Mr. Brown offends him, and that's how he gets the name Paddington by Sally Hawkins later in the film, which is a perfect name for a living bear in England. The mother and father of Brown, played by Michael Gambon and Sally Hawkins, along with a couple of kids, Jonathan and Judy, are a nice family with a good family with taking good care of Paddington, and I like each of those characters. I love the scene which was in the trailer when Paddington brushes his ears like not knowing what a toothbrush is, and I thought that was a naive fish out of water thing, and suddenly floods the bathroom and rides the bathtub downstairs. That I thought was pretty funny. Mrs. Bird, played by Julie Walters, is the housemaid who doesn't do much in this movie except cleaning the house and looking grumpy, and helps plan on rescuing Paddington at the end, which I'll talk about later. Madam Director Millicent Clyde, played by Nicole Kidman, is an actress I've always liked seeing in movies, including here, where she owns a museum of making real-life animal stuffings that you see in museums, for example. Mr. Gruber, played by Jim Broadbent, is the owner of a cute shop that if I ever go to London, I want to go there. But I don't think that's really real, but forgive me for that. Paddington finds a guy who pickpockets another man's wallet, and Paddington tries to return his wallet to him, and chases him to do that, and finds out he has plenty of wallets, and becomes a hero. It was a good action sequence that was fun. Mr. Brown dresses all pretty to disguise himself and the guy who hits on him, and I swear, he looks a lot like Jason Bateman, who is in Zootopia, and other things that I've seen him in, more like adult stuff, sorry kids. But unfortunately, it's not. But it leads to a clever run out of the building without an explosion moment, and I thought that was again clever. Paddington is captured by Millicent, who plans on stuffing the bear, and the Browns go after Paddington to save him. And that's when Mrs. Brown, well, not Mrs. Brown, but Mrs. Bird distracts the security guard so that the family can go get him back. And that was a nice way to get a bear back into the family, until Millicent almost kills Paddington for real, and she suddenly falls down because Mrs. Bird knocks her down, and she gets caught by a stone. and she's sent to community service at the petting zoo, while Paddington goes off living with a nice, happy family. Is a nice way to end this movie, in my opinion. Just really nice. Now it's time for the rating. I'll give this movie a 8.7 out of 10. This was a cute, charming, funny, and very satisfying kid story, which I thought at first was going to be dumb of a movie, but it turns out it was a pleasant surprise, and I recommend you guys, for those of you that haven't seen the movie yet, go check it out. And I will be back next week for Paddington 2. And thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy it. Please subscribe, watch some more videos, and please write a positive comment in the bottom if you can. And until next time,